Oh my god, is that Thorn-Shaded God Sword? Oh my god, guys, I'm so lucky, guys.
There are a lot of people out there who cheat on their Minecraft speedruns, and some of them are hilarious. But these are some of the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns. In this first speedrun, the runner already has some XP, so we know it's fake. Then he looks around and finds 2 separate villages nearby him, with not 1, but 2, 3, 4 blacksmiths. Yeah, I don't think this is very legit. Then he manages to find a ravine and proceeds to look around. To his surprise, he finds a bunch of diamonds, which is widely known as impossible after only being 22 blocks below surface. Yeah, not even close. Then, at this point, the speedrunner just stops trying to hide the fact that he's cheating, as he just mines through the wall to conveniently find a chest full of enchanted netherite gear. You're also probably wondering how he's mining so quickly. Take a look at the pickaxe that he got from this chest. Somehow he got efficiency of 1 million. Like, how is this even possible? He then finds his way back to the surface, but is in a completely different area to where he started. And now there's another village with just enough obsidian to make a nether portal. And the chances of this happening are basically impossible. The speedrunner then digs straight through the ground into a blaze spawner. Like, what are the chances? As you may have noticed, he only killed a few blazes, but ends up having 13 blaze rods. That's because of this ridiculously OP sword he found in the chest. He then goes back to the overworld to miraculously find a few endermen nearby his portal, which gives him the needed ender pearls. He then makes the Eyes of Ender and sets off in the direction of the stronghold. Now this part is just hilarious. He walks directly into a hole, and there's a blatant cut to where he is now somewhere else. And this ends up being on top of the stronghold. When he makes it down there, he's directly in front of the portal. At this point, I'm sure whoever reviewed the speedrun is having a great laugh, because this guy also spawns into the end, and the dragon is literally already on 1 health. Come on, you can do better than that. We start off with this runner spawning in a birch forest. They then go up to this tree and mine down for some reason, which turns out to be very suspicious, as there's literally just an Elytron fireworks. They then fly over a hill and, yeah, they end up finding a village. Once in the village, the runner finds a house that is definitely not usually in the game. And once they get in the house, oh my god. For some reason, there's tons of lucky blocks in the speedrun. Also in these chests, there was full netherite armor and tools, as well as a stack of ender eyes, which they could probably use not too soon. The runner then runs through the painting and finds a pre-made nether portal. Like, how would that even spawn in a normal village? Once in the nether, there's a sign that says to turn around, and there's just an end portal right there. And then in the end, all they did was just place and break the lucky blocks. Like, come on, surely you want to kill the ender dragon instead. This next runner spawns in, and everything looks pretty normal. They get some wood and begin to get some stone. Usually runners don't usually do this, but it's still a valid way to speedrun. Once getting some stone, they go back to the surface and make an axe and a pickaxe. Then they literally just turn on X-ray. Like, what are they doing? While using X-ray, they end up getting some iron armor and diamond tools, and then they just go into creative mode and make their own nether portal. For some reason in the nether, they kill some blazes and get 1 blaze rod. But like, they can literally just go into creative and get their own. And then like, they cut it so it looks like they got 64 blaze rods when you can see it change from 1 to 64. Like, come on, how do you expect people to believe this? And then, yeah, they place their own end portal and manage to kill the dragon in a few hits. Like, I don't even know how to do that. This guy spawns in and is already looking at the ground, so we can tell it's already fake. He then looks around and finds a desert temple with some really OP stuff in, with a total of 12 enchanted golden apples, which is definitely not legit. He then manages to find a village and some pretty decent items that definitely shouldn't be in the village. Then the speedrunner eventually stops trying to hide the fact that they are actually faking the speedruns by following a sign that brings him to a chest full of netherite gear. Yeah, I don't think that's very legit. You're also probably wondering what that is. Take a look at this other chest that he ends up finding. Somehow he managed to get a gun into Minecraft. Like, how? He then gets some obsidian and makes his way into nether. The runner spawns right next to the fortress, but as you can see, there is a hole right next to him in the shape of a portal, which I think he used to predetermine where he spawned in the nether. He then kills some blazes and also kills some endermen, and then looks for the direction of the stronghold. And he then turns out to be only like 50 blocks away from the stronghold. That is definitely not legit. The runner then gets into the end and says in chat that they will be back. And then they come back and all of the crystals are gone. Surely they can't believe this is how it works. This guy spawns into a normal looking speedrun. He gets some tools and then he goes mining to where he gets some iron. He then goes back to the surface and is in a completely different place to where he started, and is now in a village. I'm not really too sure how he did that. He then loots the whole village and kills the iron golem. And then this is where it gets really funny. The speedrunner decides to mine underneath the bell in the village and dig straight down into a room with a blaze spawner. The chances of this is just impossible. He then actually goes into nether and finds a bastion to trade with some piglins. And it's seen quite quickly that the drop rates must have been tampered with, as the runner managed managed to get a ton of pearls from only a few bits of gold, which indicates again this speedrun must in fact be fake. Then goes back to the overworld to find the stronghold, where he then goes to the end and now suddenly pulls out a bow from his inventory, which definitely wasn't there before. And then the dragon fight goes how it usually make it as obvious as this, because it was just hilarious. This speedrun begins as this guy finds a shipwreck. He finds some decent stuff and then he finds an abandoned portal which has just enough stuff to get into the nether. But the runner manages to find a woodland mansion, something that is incredibly hard to find. But however, this one is just special. Once inside, he finds his way to a massive chicken and for some reason mines inside to find full enchanted netherite armor. Why would anyone believe this? And if that wasn't bad enough, look at the enchantment levels of these things. You literally have to do commands to get this. The runner then gets inside the end and kills the ender dragon in literally one hit. This guy is honestly built different. Our guy here spawns into a speedrun and gets some wood and stone. Just a normal speedrun so far. He then finds a village where he goes in and finds some pretty normal loot in some of the houses. So it looks pretty legit. He then goes into the mines and finds a 10 vein of diamonds and then collects some obsidian. Once in the nether, he goes to a bastion, and this is where the run starts to get really funny. The runner makes it to the bottom of the bastion and manages to find a chest with a few things. One of these things being 2 buttons. The chance of getting a button in one of these chests is actually impossible, but there must be a reason to it. He then trades with the piglins and makes his way to the fortress with all of the pearls. Once in the fortress, this is where it gets actually hilarious. He finds a blaze spawner and places the button on one of these blocks that once pressed, yeah, the guy literally made a piston contraption for this fake speedrun. He then collects all of the netherite gear and makes his way to the stronghold, but this time is actually different. Notice how he still has the button. Yeah, he ends up finding a command block and suddenly the ender dragon dies. This guy spawns in and is playing Minecraft on a phone or tablet. Instantly, you can see that there's a chest to his right after he spawns in, which isn't even allowed in speedrunning as it is. He then runs over towards it and manages to fall in a hole. This is probably why they cheated in their speedrun, because they're just terrible at the game. They then dig out and just wait until you see what was in this bonus chest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that isn't what usually spawns in any type of chest at all. Once again, confirming that the speedrun is definitely faked. Also, for some reason, the runner only gave themselves diamond boots instead of netherite, but I guess they're just too good for that. Their video is then cut, and you can just see at the side that they actually cut the video after they died. This is actually so funny because you can see they got some extra stuff in their inventory as well. I'm not actually quite sure how he did die because it would have been hard when he has nearly full netherite armor and also a netherite sword. They then run for a while and find a sign that says to dig down, even though when they turn around there's already a hole dig straight down into the end portal. Yeah, surely they can't believe anyone would think this is real. They then get into the end and bridge across using their diamond blocks from the chest. This guy is just too rich. And we now have another person one-hitting the ender dragon. I don't think you would really want to fight this guy. This next guy spawns in and yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't even Minecraft. Among Us.